So in this video, I'll be solving some questions on the logarithmic equation. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, please kindly click on the subscription button and don't forget to share my videos with your friend if you find it helpful. Now, we can just record that whenever we have, let's say we are given 3 raised power 2 equals to what? X. In this case, no? So in this case now, we are having 3 raised power 2 equals what? X. That means we are going to just represent it as, this is actually log of what? Log of base 3x is equals to what? 2. Exactly. So the same method is what we are going to apply here. What this represents is actually what? This is actually the what? The base, and this is known as what? Index. Right? This is known as what? This is known as what? As the, let me call it constant. Right? And why this one is actually the what? The index. So the same method is what we are going to apply to what? This logarithmic equation. Now, suppose we are given the first question, which is what? Log of what? Of base 2 into brackets s squared minus 2x plus 5 equals what? 2. Now, apply these three things. Where is the constant? This is the constant we are asked to calculate. So I just call this constant. So now this is the constant, right? Then after that, where is the index? This is our index, which is the exponential. Where is the base? This is the base. Then we can simply say base will comes up, right? Base is 3, right? We are going to bring out this base. Then we bring out the what? The constant first. S squared minus 2x plus 5 equals to, where is the base? The base is 2. Then that will be what? 2. Where is the index? This is what? This is the index, which is what? 2. So here we simply have s squared minus 2x plus 5 equals what? 4. So here this is s squared minus 2x, then plus 5 minus 4 is equals to what? 0. So we are going to solve this since it is actually a quadratic equation, right? So here we are going to have to what? S squared minus 2x, then 5 minus 4, that's actually plus 1 equals to 0. So let me go ahead and factorize this. I'm going to have to what? S squared minus x plus 1 equals to what? 0. Then let me just put this into brackets, right? So that I'm going to have this what? X into bracket x minus 1. Then I can factorize minus x here. Minus x into bracket what? Minus 1 rather. Let me factorize minus 1. Minus 1 into bracket x minus 1 equals what? 0. So simply I'm going to have this what? X minus 1 equals what? Let me just say x minus 1 and also what? X minus 1. Wow, that's x minus 1 twice. Is equals to what? 0. So after that, I'm going to have this what? S equals to what? 1 and also what? Or you say s equals to what? 1. Because if you equate this one as what? As x minus 1 equals to 0 and also what? Or x minus 1 equals to what? 0. This will come to this side. This is also our final answer. Alright? So now let's move to the next one. The second question says log of base 3 into bracket s squared plus 2x plus 2 is equals to what? 0. So what happened here is that we go ahead the same thing. These are what? Our base, right? And these are what? Index. Right? So here we're going to bring out these constants out. That's s squared plus 2x plus 2 equals to what? 3 raised to the power of 0. And you can recall, if you have a raised to the power of 0 is equals to what? 1. So you are going to have to what? S squared plus 2x plus 2 equals to what? 1. Then you are going to have to what? S squared plus 2x, then plus 2 minus 1 equals to what? 0. Then s squared plus 2x, right? Then plus 1 equals to what? 0. So now let me just simplify this expression further. So I can just say, let me factorize it. I'm going to use factorization method. S squared, right? Then plus x, right? Plus x plus 1 equals to what? 0. Then here I'm going to what? To bring this inside bracket. Then I can factorize x here. X into bracket, that's what? X plus 1, and also what? Plus 1 into bracket, what? S plus 1, which is equals to what? 0. Exactly. So here I'm going to have x plus 1 equals to 0, or x plus 1 equals to what? 0. Right? So now I'm going to have this what? X plus 1 equals to 0, or x plus 1 equals to what? 0. Right? So here I'm going to have x equals to what? Minus 1, or we have what? S equals to what? Minus 1. So that's just the what? The root of this quadratic expression. So let's move to the what? To the third one. The third one that we are given here is actually, we are given it to be, that's log of base 4 into brackets s squared plus 15 equals to what? 3. right? So what I'm going to do here, the same thing. Where's our base? These are our base, right? So here we're going to have it what? That's s squared plus 15 equals what? That's 4 raised to the power of what? Of 3, right? So here we're going to have to what? S squared plus what? Plus 15 equals to, that's 4 raised to the power of 3. That should give us something like papa. So we're going to have 4 raised to the power of 3, and 4 raised to the power of 3 should give us something like, that's 64, right? Then we're going to have this what? S squared plus 15 then minus 64 is equals to what? To 0. So simply we are going to solve this. That means we are going to have to what? 15 minus what? Minus 64, right? That should give us something like about, that's, we have 9 here, then here we should have it what? 49, right? So here we're going to have to what? S squared minus 49 is equal 0, right? Then here we're going to have to be S squared equals what? 49. Then x equals to what? Root of what? Of 49, right? So now this actually s equals what? That's the root of 49 is what? Is 7. But since it is a quadratic expression and it must obey the law of what? Of algebra, that means we must have two roots. That means we are going to say x equals to what? Plus or minus 7, right? So after that we have the last question, which is we are given that's log of base 10 into bracket s squared minus 5x then plus 50 equals what? 2. So now where is our base? This is our base, then we'll bring it here. So that will be what? S squared minus 5x plus 50 equals to, simply bring your base 10 squared, right? So here we are going to have to what? S squared minus 5x plus 50 equals to what? That's actually 100. Then bring this to the side, I'm going to have to what? S squared minus 5x plus 50 minus what? Minus 100. So here we are going to have to be s squared minus 5x, right? This is actually plus 50, that's actually minus 50 equals what? 0. So now guys, go ahead and solve this. Go ahead and solve this and make sure you drop your answer in the comment section below. You can actually use factorization method, and in this case you are going to actually use, that's minus 5x and also what? Plus, no, let me just say plus 5x minus 10x. That's what you are going to use. So go ahead and use these two. This is actually what you are going to use here. You are going to place it here. That's s squared minus what? That's actually s squared plus 5x, right? Then minus 10x minus 50 equals to 0. So simply factorize this and drop your answer in the comment box below. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and do well to share it with your friend. And don't forget to click on the subscription button below. And also, if you have not watched different questions I've solved under logarithm, I will drop the playlist link in the description below. So do well to check it out. Thanks for watching.